Welcome! Some more for the music collection today. I want to show you 3 albums, all on compact disc, that I pre-ordered on Amazon, and they've all been released at various points this month in November. One of them is a mail opening, which we'll do at the end. So that album has literally come out today. I'm really excited to get into that one and show you, but I'm also happy to be able to show you a couple of other great pickups from Amazon before that. And we'll start with the biggest band in the world. Here is the Beatles 50th Anniversary Edition, although it's technically not classed as the 50th anniversary, given that it's really the 51st anniversary, but I'll explain in a sec. But this is Let It Be, of course. Now then, this came out 2 or 3 weeks ago. I did allude to this back in my Beatles in Mono box set unboxing that was earlier this month, and I did say that I'd be showing this. This has come out in numerous formats, picture disc, remastered vinyl record, super deluxe box set that's got all kinds of everything in, and a standard 1-disc CD. I have been collecting these 50th anniversary Beatles reissues since they started with Sgt. Pepper. That would have been back in 2017, and I've got the Sgt. Pepper 2 CD reissue, I've got the White Album, or The Beatles 3 CD reissue, as that was a double album in the first place, and then they've got the obligatory demos and outtakes as the 3rd disc. And then I've got the 2 CD Abbey Road 50th Anniversary Edition as well that came out 2019. So I think this was meant to come out last year to coincide with the Get Back documentary that's coming out on Disney Plus. In fact, I think that's out today, as in the day of this video going out on YouTube. So make sure you catch that if you've got any interest in the Beatles. I can't wait to see that. That's something I hope will be brought out physically, because not only do I collect Beatles albums, but I do like to get Blu-rays and things like that as well, like documentaries such as the anthology set and things like that. This is the 2 CD set for Let It Be 50th, but delayed by a year or so. Disc 1 is the album Let It Be that recorded in 1969, released around sort of early to spring 1970, and then on disc 2, and unfortunately with this light and I'm filming in the evening again, I can't really read an awful lot, but disc 2 has the previously unheard, although bootlegs exist, don't they, so perhaps not all of these will have been unheard by certain Beatles bootleg collectors, certainly. Outtake highlights is what they call disc 2, so different versions of stuff. 1 or 2 sort of impromptu jam sessions feature as well. Let It Be, not my very favourite Beatles album. I don't want to go on too much about the making of the album, because that's what that Peter Jackson Get Back documentary on Disney Plus is all about. That will no doubt go into things way better than I ever could. And of course there's the original Let It Be documentary as well, which was quite the controversial release, and it's something the Beatles haven't really officially endorsed ever since, because it kind of portrayed them in a negative light. And I think Get Back, the Peter Jackson project that's come out today, is kind of righting a few wrongs on that score, but I'm saying that and I haven't watched it yet. Really happy to get that. Let It Be, price just under 20, I think. So that was the Beatles. Now, from the biggest band in the world to one who probably not that many people are familiar with, but I'm a collector of them. There again, this is a band I've collected solely on compact disc, simply because they've spun off from another band who I've collected almost solely on compact disc, although I did get my first record by them. That was last year, I think. I'm referring to Rammstein there, by the way, but the satellite band, or the spin-off band I'm mentioning, is Emmy Great. This is the Rammstein guitarist Richard Kruspe, his spin-off band, Emmy Great, and this is their 4th studio album. I couldn't believe it, even though I've got them all. Anything to do with Rammstein I'll collect, so Emmy Great, the spin-off, like Lindemann, the Till Lindemann spin-off, and I've done videos about purchases from that act before as well. But this is Emmy Great's fourth studio album, The Persistence of Memory. This came out about a week or so back, and you know what, I think it's the best Emmy Great album yet. Really, really good. I think the highlight on here for me, and it just speaks to me because it's such a great song, and it's been covered by so many different artists, but to hear Till Lindemann, who guests on this, because he's not an Emmy Great member like Richard Krusper is, but the track features him. But there's a brilliant cover of Always on My Mind featuring Till Lindemann, which is track number 2. That was a song Elvis Presley made famous originally. Willie Nelson's done quite a memorable cover version of it. The Pet Shop Boys obviously had the UK Christmas #1 in 1987, and that's been my favourite version of the song for many years. But I think this one, the Emmy Great featuring Till Lindemann cover, really runs it close. Anything else on here that I particularly like? Like I say, I think this was a really strong album. I don't think they're as good as Rammstein overall. They're a little bit sort of softer around the edges, which probably sounds like a negative, but it's not. A little bit more sort of tidily produced, a little bit more electronic, although Rammstein, with Flarker, the keyboardist, they've had a lot of electronic influences since the start, really, but I think Emmy Great even more so. You know, they always, or mostly, record stuff in English rather than German. I think the band, although they're from all over the world, really, Richard Krusper being German, but they're based in America. They're like an American-based band, so they tend to stick to the English language. But all the tracks on here, Come Over, which is track 5, was a really good one. Just a strong album overall. Not an awful lot to see in these, by the way, just a CD, and there'll be a little booklet there as well. Didn't really show you the Beatles one, did I? I do apologise for that. As is often the case with the Beatles, you get a lovely booklet full of essays and photos. But sadly, I'm in no position to really read that properly just at the moment. That's the inner sleeve of the Beatles album. But yeah, back to Emmy Great just for a sec until we get to the mail opening. Persistence of Memory, their 4th album. I think really whenever Emmy Great release something, and I suppose you can say the same for the Lindemann project as well, I think what people are really waiting for is new Rammstein material. Last I heard, they were in the studio last year, presumably after this album had been completed. So maybe we'll see some new Rammstein material, maybe next year possibly, I don't know. But I really enjoyed that. Another Amazon CD pickup. Right, this last one, it's not just a CD, this should be a CD and DVD set. This was around £18-ish, bit more, £18 something. I was going to say I've not got any music by this particular band in a long time, but I remembered I'd got a couple of 12-inch singles and a 7-inch single that were on sale at this band's web store only about... was that, about 2 or 3 months ago. There will be a video in my music collecting playlist. Aha, yes. Right, so what we've got here is Oasis, a brand new live album. Well, I say brand new, it's a new release, but obviously the concert that it showcases is not new. That was from, well, 25 years ago, over. Because it's Nebworth, live at Nebworth in 1996. And it's got the 15 certificates on there because this is the, I think, limited edition CD and DVD set. So it's got a CD of the Nebworth live album, and then the DVD has the new Nebworth documentary that's recently come out at the cinema as like a limited release. And it will also have the complete Nebworth concerts, because there was actually 2, because it does give the dates on here as well. Look, Saturday the 10th and Sunday the 11th of August. So whether they'll show both concerts or just highlights from both, I'd have thought it was highlights from each, really, because otherwise there's a lot of repetition with songs. I'm mainly excited about the documentary, to be honest. I do love a good documentary. I particularly love a good music documentary. But it's another live album. This will be my third live Oasis album. I've got Familiar to Millions on minidisc, which would have come out 2000, I think that was. There's a Live at the Roundhouse CD in their, I think it's Time Flies Greatest Hits, like deluxe set, which I've got. And Nebworth, which was obviously a major event. It was like the talk of the music industry and general music fandom throughout that summer of 1996. I do remember it well. even though it was, wow, 25 years ago now. Just it sold out in record time, record attendances and things like that. And you could say it was kind of all downhill for Oasis from there on in, but when you get to the top, there is only one way you can go, really. And, you know, they managed to stick around for another, what was it, 12 or so years. Even among all the massive infighting between Liam and Noel, you look back and you're kind of surprised they lasted as long as they did. Because I think Liam and Noel kind of walked out on each other in the band at least a couple of times each. Oasis, Nebworth, there. I will unseal it because I'll probably watch the documentary later on tonight. Maybe watch the concert tonight as well if I've got time, otherwise I'll get that watched most likely tomorrow or within the next couple of days. I'm not struggling with it. So I do like these sets where they double up with the audio and the video, and the actual documentary and concert, or concert highlights, had come out on Blu-ray, which normally I would go for the Blu-ray over the DVD, but there wasn't a set that had the CD and the Blu-ray together. It was the Blu-ray on its own, and then I would have had to buy the CD, or indeed the triple vinyl record set that's come out if I wanted the audio. So I just thought in this case, as it's a nice sort of limited edition as well, all in the one set, the CD and the DVD, which will be obviously fine in relation to video quality and everything, but it's come in this like hardback book style, which is really nice. We've got an envelope there. That is, I think, the CD. Yeah, see, there we go. Production notes, photos, little essays written by, you know, journalists or people associated with the band. Something that hopefully when my eyesight is a lot better I'll be able to enjoy more. And then at the back we've got a couple more of these envelopes here, so another disc, another CD there, and at the back, yeah, that's the DVD. It's got Nebworth 1996, the film, and I believe it'll have the concert footage on it as well. But there we are. So Oasis, Nebworth 1996, really excited to have got this. Can't wait to watch this later on. And listen to it, of course. The CD will get a listen, as it is part of my music collection, of course. So there we are, 3 CDs. I know compact discs aren't the most interesting collector's items anymore, but I think certainly these 3 are good representations that record companies can still make an effort. You know, there's been some effort put into this Beatles set, certainly. Emmy Great, this is quite nice quality, if a little bit more uninteresting packaging-wise than the Beatles and Oasis. And of course, that hardback book style there. Beautiful set, this. And like I say, I think this is a more limited edition than some of the other standalone CDs that are coming out to commemorate Nebworth 25 years on, and the Blu-ray just looks like any sort of standard Blu-ray that you would find on the shelves on the high street or wherever. Yeah, I think I've talked long enough about my additions to my compact disc collection. I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to say special thanks to all my subscribers and wonderful, amazing patrons. Please see my usual referral links and discount codes, and also there's my Patreon link and Facebook group link, all down in that tasty old description text box. Yum yum, come get some. I'm gonna go now, and as I say, first thing I want to do, I want to watch Nebworth the movie, because ever since I heard that that was being released and that it was coming out along with a live album of the concert as well, I knew that something that's going to be a must-see. And of course, don't forget, I'll also be watching the Beatles Get Back on Disney Plus soon. Don't forget that, and don't forget to join me again next time for my next music collecting and CD collecting video. Cheers, everyone. See ya!